In my last video, we looked at how to connect your Power BI template to an Excel data source that is sitting on your computer, given the fact that you've just downloaded it from the internet. And we mentioned the importance of file path, which is how Power BI connects to data sources, whether the data is stored on your computer or on SharePoint or any type of database. Today, we're going to look at how you can connect a Power BI template to a data source if it's sitting on SharePoint. Now, there are instances where you put an Excel template on SharePoint just to ensure better collaboration with your team members. Now, note that if you have an Excel template just on your computer, it presupposes you are the only person making data entry. However, when you have it on SharePoint, then you can have a lot of people using it, and that can aid in proper reporting in real time. And the fact that we are using Power BI, then we definitely want to connect it to the data on SharePoint so that we can have the real-time reporting on Power BI. So without wasting time, let's head right onto my screen. Now, this is a template we're going to be using, and before we get into that, let me just quickly show you how it looks like. These are all the dashboards. As you can see, there's data in there. All right, now for me to show how to connect and also show how we can make some changes for it to show on this template, all right, I'm going to go back to where the data is. Take note that the data is actually sitting on an Excel sheet local on our computer. All right, so once I open this, I'm going to take my time to delete the database, refresh the Power BI template, so that we'll see how that translates on the template, and then we'll go ahead and connect it to the same template that we have on SharePoint. All right, so I'll just delete this, and I'll come over here to quickly delete this data as well. Okay, and once I'm done, I'm just going to go straight to the SharePoint as well and ensure that we clear the data in there. Not exactly what I'm going to be doing, but let's have a look at this. Okay. All right, so now that I'm done deleting this, I'll just close this file, but I'll just have to make sure I save it first. Okay, and then I'll head over to the Power BI templates right here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to refresh all. All right, so take note that I've not reconnected. So as I did show in the other video, I'll just come to the data source. All right. And then I just change it, make sure that I locate where the file is, which is currently on my computer in the folder here on my desktop, right? Then I close all and I refresh again. All right, so now that clears the data from the Power BI template, and that then presupposes that, I mean, we are able to connect it to the data source on local on our computer. Now let's head over to SharePoint. So I have my SharePoint, already open, and this is my SharePoint site. I go to where I'm keeping my documents. So I just I've created a new site. So I come to the document section, and this is my folder where I'm keeping my Excel templates. Now the purpose is to just allow other users to be able to log in to modify, enter data for real-time reporting. So I'm going to click on this. If you want to, basically connect the Power BI template to this, you need to locate the file path, right? So the file path, you need to locate it and then head over to the Power BI template, and then we need to change the data source once again. So once we have this selected, we need to click on details, and then we copy the file path. So there's a file path, as we can see. So we just click on it to copy. All right, and then we head over to the Power BI templates. But this time around, instead of using edit, data source settings, basically we have to transform the data, right? So we go to Power Query, as we see here, and then we locate the two source data. Take note that two source data that we are working with. the actual and the target, right? So let's click on this. Now we are going to get an error anyway. If I refresh, we are still going to get an error. So let's just take note of the error that we are getting, so that we just, do that right now, because let's refresh. Okay, all right, so we're not getting error yet because it's still connected to the one on our computer. So if I want to change the data, so I just click on here, then I basically open this, and then I change from the local drive to, and then paste this one in here. All right, and then I also basically do the same thing for the target source data. Just come over here, click on data source, and then we would make sure that we locate the 2 quotation mark and paste the file path in there, and then that's pretty much it. All right, so what we're gonna do next is we're gonna refresh the the query. We're gonna get an error, so we need to click on this. We need to change the file path. So we're gonna look at is it advanced, and then we're gonna say from SharePoint, right? So the file path is now SharePoint. So we click on OK, and it's gonna ask us to log into our account. Okay, so we already logged into our account before, but we just have to make sure that we hit on edit again. We browse, we don't browse, we just come to advanced, and then we choose SharePoint. We paste the SharePoint link is going to update anyway, so we just click on OK, and that's pretty much it. So it's a sort of capture the current data that is in there. We close and apply. Okay, and then we can refresh again. Okay, so everything is back. Now this template is connected to our data source on SharePoint. In case you like this video, follow me for more. I'm going to see you guys in another video. Bye for now.